Hello, you're watching eNEWS Bulletin of IPR Department with me, Shirin Eden. Let's look at what's been making headlines in the past 24 hours. Starting with the latest COVID figures, with 2.51 lakh people testing positive for the COVID infection in a day, India's total tally of cases increased to over 4.06 crore, according to the Union Health Ministry data updated this morning. The death toll has climbed to 4.92 lakh, with 627 fatalities reported during the 24-hour period, according to the data updated at 8 a.m. The daily positivity rate in the country was recorded at 15.88%. The Omicron variant of coronavirus is now the dominant variant in India, the government said on Thursday. There are also early indications of a plateau in the number of cases, with just the top 10 states contributing to 77% of total active cases in the country. More than 90% of cases are in home isolation with mild to moderate severity, and there are a lower number of cases needing oxygen and ICU beds, it said, stressing the need to continue with precautions to curb the surge in infections. It noted that Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan were recording a high number of COVID cases. In Sikkim, 112 positive cases were reported on Thursday, taking the positivity rate to 15.2%. The fifth session, part 2 of the 10th Assembly of Sikkim Legislative Assembly was held today. The session was presided over by Speaker Sikkim Legislative Assembly L.B. Das. During the session, 3 bills were introduced. Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, who is also the minister in charge of the state's Home Department, introduced the House to Sikkim Police Amendment Bill 2022. Minister of Land Revenue and Disaster Management Department Kunganima Lepcha introduced the Sikkim Reorganization of Districts Amendment Bill of 2022. Forest and Environment Minister Karma Lodi also introduced the bill pertaining to withdrawal of the Wildlife Protection Act of 2018. Minister in charge of Finance Department, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, also placed the supplementary grants for financial year 2021-22 amounting to Rs 30,455.34 lakh. After a long interval, the meeting of Sikkim State Disaster Management Authority was conducted under the chairmanship of Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang at Saman Bhavan on Thursday. Minister Kunganima Lepcha, Chief Secretary, Government of Sikkim, S.C. Gupta, Director General of Police, N.K. Mishra, State Relief Commissioner cum Secretary, Land Revenue and Disaster Management Department, Sir Larai, and other dignitaries and members of SSDMA were present in the meeting. Action Taken report of SSDMA of 2016 was briefly discussed, which was followed by the presentation on activities of SSDMA on the roadmap ahead. Likewise, the State Disaster Relief Fund was presented by the Director SSDMA. The members apprised the Chief Minister about the revised State Disaster Management Plan and also placed the proposal to constitute the committee to monitor and supervise the project under State Disaster Mitigation Fund. The House also placed the proposal for the constitution of the District Disaster Management Authority in the newly created districts of Pakyong and Sureng. A mass inauguration of newly constructed houses under Gelsing Barmek constituency was held on Thursday. Minister cum area MLA Loknath Sharma inaugurated altogether 16 houses in a day-long program and handed them over to the beneficiaries in Pecharek, He, Patal GPU, Barmek, Berthang GPU and Martam GPU. During the inauguration, Minister Loknath Sharma was accompanied by the Advisor, Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Service Department Block Development Officer He Martam BAC, Chairman of Management and Coordination Committee of Rangit NHPC, engineers and officials, panchayats and others. Minister Sharma also addressed the beneficiaries and elaborated the objectives of introducing path-breaking initiative of SGAY envisioned by Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, and stated that the construction of total of 100 houses in the constituency are all set to complete within the stipulated time period. In the latest circular issued by the State Education Department, all state government-aided and private educational institutions, universities, colleges, tutorials, coaching institutes and hostels will open from February 1st, 2022. It was also stated that institutes of higher learning may, however, follow the schedules already issued to them by their respective universities. The new academic session will start from 21st of February 2022, and all heads of institutions are instructed to scrupulously observe all COVID-19 protocol and standard operating procedure and guidelines issued by the state and central governments. That's all we have for today. Please like and follow our Facebook page, that is the Government of Sikkim official page, for the most authentic news and information on recent developments in the government and the state. Please continue wearing masks, wash your hands regularly and maintain physical distance as our fight against COVID-19 still continues. Thank you for tuning in.